It's day one at Engine Communications in Belleville, and the team is throwing a potluck lunch made up of dishes they each created out of local ingredients.
We decided today that it would be a good day to do a office potluck where everybody would bring a dish that they made from local ingredients. It means, we get a variety of food and just a good way for us even as a group to sit down and reconnect and chat about work stuff and about what our local challenge is.
I made cream and mushroom soup. The mushrooms are from the Wellington Mushroom Farm. And there's portobello mushrooms in there and white mushrooms. And onion as well. No salt or pepper, but I put in like a vegan seasoning that I bought at the farmer's market. I'm not sure what's in there, but it's all local. It might be a little bit different than what you're used to, but I hope you like it.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I thought, I'm just gonna make some soup.
Oh yeah.
Easy, no worries. But the stock, I had to make the stock from scratch.
Yeah.
Like, I've never made stock before. It took so long. First you have to buy all the vegetables to make the vegetable stock, and then you have to let it cook for so long. This is before you even start making the soup. I got to my soup at like 11:30, 12 o'clock last night.
So this is stir fry that I made. Local beef, cabbage, green peppers, red peppers. I used a lot of garlic because it didn't have a lot of seasoning. Thyme and oregano. All grown at my parents' in-law garden locally. So I lucked out there a little bit, but it's all 100% local.
I would normally do this with brown sugar and cinnamon. As a substitute, I used butter and honey. So ordinarily I would probably add a little bit of vanilla to the whipped cream too.
Yeah, that really sucks to me. The whole no cinnamon, it's the seasonings and those flavor things. It's the salt and stuff like that I'm gonna miss, and some seasoning things. I'm a snacker too at home. Like I like certain snacky things.
I do miss the seasonings too though.
Yeah.
And a little bit of salt goes a long way.
No more. Very pretty. Yes. Thank you.
For the leaves, Oh, here's a nice zucchini. That's a beauty, eh?
Jeanette Hasse has been growing and eating her own food for over 25 years.
Okay, here's another one.
All right.
We started with a 50-acre farm northeast of Kingston where we had a 2-acre market garden, and we also grew all our own vegetables. We had chickens and pigs, had a woodlot, and made maple syrup. We did the whole thing.
Jeanette now lives in Sydenham, Ontario, on a small lot with no backyard.
A tiny lot, no backyard, and just a little bit of a front yard. So I grow all the food for my family from sort of early April, mid-April, till the end, at least the end of November, in about 400 square feet.
Jeanette is the author of the book From Seed to Table, a practical guide to eating and growing green.
I thought about it for a long time because I was really kind of impressed by what I could grow in that little space. I thought people might be interested in it. I've developed lots of recipes for eating out of my garden, and I want the reader to be able to have a really efficient and successful garden the first year. I've seen a lot of people and they have great enthusiasm, but they get defeated because they either grow far too much, they have way too many weeds, or they don't grow things at the right time. Everything's ready all at once. So I really want this experience to be really successful. For the first-time gardener, I've tried to make it very, very detailed in terms of how you do things and when you do things and how much. And then I want people to learn how to eat what they grow, because that's a whole other challenge, I think. A lot of people can grow a garden, but they still run down to the grocery store for broccoli and carrots and things like that when they have a lot of produce that they just need to learn how to use it.
This looks really good.
Jeanette gives talks and seminars in the community and teaches gardening workshops based on her book.
It's a 9-month series. They start in January. Whoever's hosting the workshop provides a teaching garden space, and we plant that garden from April till September, and then we harvest it. By the end of it, that person has had a really successful garden. I love planting something and then harvesting it and bringing it into the kitchen, and I like being creative. I find it a challenge. I set myself this goal that I'm not going to the grocery store no matter what, and people are noticing what I've done, and I've done it for years and years and years because I believed it was environmentally the right thing to do, and now people see by my example that they can do it without a lot of work and a lot of expense.
that. Okay, here you go. Sorry. And so I ate locally, and I was given a lot of food by the local farmers on the island. There was, you know, there was chickens and eggs. I don't know which I ate first, but lots of veg and lard from Ian Murray, because you're not allowed to have anything outside of 100 miles, and lard was the only thing I could cook with. The end of the week, I ate local, but my arteries were clogged, and my doctor said, Deb, you should cut down on your trans fats, and I'm thinking, yeah, you should cut down on your trans fats with your salad, because your salad is traveling 1,500 kilometers, so you're using more oil than I am. I'd go to cook something, and I go, there's no oil. And so this farmer down the road, he gave me his pig lard, his pork lard. He goes, oh, we're going to be killing a pig, and I'll give you more lard. And I'm like, no, I don't want to clog my arteries. But what I did do is realize I have so much oil on things that you don't really need, you know. It tastes so much better when it's simple. That's the thing about eating locally or just eating from gardens, that you're eating closer to the actual source. The food is delicious. Well, this is good, you know. If you're an email order bride, you know, you haven't met your husband or something, it's kind of bad skin.
It's day 2 of her Eat Local Challenge, and Deborah Kimmett is suiting up to collect honey with Amherst Island beekeeper
And
Dave
the
Miko.
got to work.
Okay, good. Could you just scratch my back? While you
Yeah, while we're back there.
What does that do?
It's a smoker. Smoke subdues the bees, so when you're working, it makes them more placid.
Right. Oh wow, look at that. Can you tell me which one's the queen?
The queen is down in the lower box.
Oh, why is
so
that?
It's separated off, so the queen basically is trapped down at the lower box, so that all the babies are down in the
Protected
bottom box.
with her.
With her. They'll only put honey in the upper combs, so that when you start pulling out combs,
Yeah.
you know you're not going to disturb any of the babies. Their whole lifetime, they'll collect about a teaspoon of honey. That's them working at their best for the whole lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
So that
Oh, that's great.
granulated sugar has the biggest carbon footprint of any food on our shelf. By the time you take into consideration habitat destruction, fertilization, transport, and all those things. Honey, local honey, has actually a negative carbon footprint. Every time a bee collects from a flower, they're actually increasing the biomass. So you're increasing the green in your neighborhood. So by eating honey, you're contributing to your environment. By eating granulated sugar, you're detracting from it. So there's a piece of honeycomb for you that'll last you a few days.
Now, are those bees coming home with me, or?
Yeah, you can take them home if you want.
Or do they just go
They
away?
make good house pets.
Yeah. I'm just thinking by day 4 I might need something to have for breakfast. Fried bee.
Break off a piece. Like that.
Coming up on Eat Local Challenge on TV Cogeco, reality takes a bite out of dinner for the Cameron Shea family.
I do enjoy coffee, and I do enjoy the odd beer, so those will be difficult.
Plus, celebrity chef Jamie Kennedy cooks up local flavors at the Kingston Farmers Market.